Yeah, and Evan, these are many of the issues that we've seen before, from education to inflation. That is what's top of mind for lawmakers who were sworn in today.
To the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations, members.
It's going to be a great session focused on how can we move Oklahoma forward, how can we make our state better for generations to come.
As President Trump takes the White House here in a couple months, and some of the initiatives that are happening there and in Congress, seeing what we can do in Oklahoma to help support Trump's agenda and continue to make Oklahoma better.
That's State Representative Kyle Hilbert. He's in a new seat this session as Speaker-elect of the House.
One of the interesting nuances of going from a member, 101 members of the body, which I still am, but now serving as Speaker, is really listening to the body and figuring out what direction does the chamber as a whole want to go.
He says in 2025, he wants to focus on education and the workforce, the state's budget, and inflation relief.
Also seeing where we can strategically invest. We're sitting on $5 billion of surplus as a state, so there are a lot of opportunities when you look at our state infrastructure system.
Which is something even the new members of the House want to find ways to draft too.
I know firsthand after knocking on 13,000 doors in my district that the burdens of inflation is front on people's mind, and so I'm excited to move the needle forward on some policy work in that space.
What we can do is find areas of agreement and let's go make a difference. Let's go find a way to continue to move this needle and make the state better.
And the first official day of session is Monday, February 3rd. Reporting live at the state capitol, Megan Mosley, KOCO 5 News.